Hello and welcome back to South Coast Busways here at the SC Garage in Southampton, where we have had yet another recall in this series, this time for the WV type. I really can't catch a break, can I? But it's fine, we have a fair few extra VHs and these have really good capacity. And we have all the extra buses at SV that we aren't using, like the full-size Citaros, the Tridents, and the two Omni-Cities. But I think this is one of the last ones I have to send off before... Oh no, I've got to send that one off as well, and that one. There we go. Come on, be cleaned, so I can send you off back to either Wright or Volvo, I don't know. Which one are you? Where are you going? But yeah, there's a lot of shifts that need doing. The recall's already started, I already have a lot of them sent off. But, you know, bringing you all in for the last little bit. The game has done an autosave. What a beautiful time right at the start of the episode. Should I turn my autosave frequency down to every 15 minutes? That way it's not happening quite as often. Oh, that one also needs to go. But yeah, a lot of them went off. I think the first ones are coming back in a bit, actually. Because I've done a lot of off-camera stuff. So, in theory, this shouldn't be too bad. I've already had a day or two of the recall. So let's just see who is... Who's able to go out? You're able to go out. A 5. Who's able to go out on a 5? You're able to go out on a 5. You're able to go out on another 5. Who wants to do a 100 then? You can do a 100. You can do another 100. You can do a... No. You can do a 5. Who wants to do a 200? You can. Another 200 maybe? Yes, we have another one. Which one is that? That is 51. So, I think... Yeah, that's it. That's it for SC. I don't know what's free at Southampton Maritime. Let's have a look. Let's see what I can muster from Maritime. What have I got? Not much. Then again, this garage isn't that full, really. Oh, I can send a B9. Very nice. Ooh. Oh dear. Oh, this is very lag. There's another 5. Have we got any Omni-Cities that can go out on that? Where's Maritime? There's Maritime. The Omni-Cities I think are quite a tight allocation, so I would be surprised if there's any. Ooh, that's even better than an Omni-City. And that's a really tight allocation, those VEHs. Which are, of course, because it's kind of an obscure type, little reminder, they are the Enviro 400 MMC B5LHs. Anyone for 100? At Maritime? If not, we have other garages on the mainland, and we have SV. But of course I want to allocate from the mainland where possible. It's laggy. It's so laggy. But I don't think, given that these are the refurbished ones for the 36, yeah, I think we have to go to another garage on the mainland. So let's go to GP, because GP's actually got quite a lot of space. Indeed. You can go. We got a 100. Let's head down to GP. You should do fine. Right. Oh, we got a 5. Now I want to go to SW for that one to see if we can put an Eclipse 3 on it. Metro City, valiant offer, but no. No. That's not going to go well. But if an Eclipse 3 is free, I will absolutely take that. There's some empty spaces because, of course, the 1A and 1C from last week are 24-hour. However, there's none free. So let's go back to GP, because I know we have some. There's one. That's going to be quite tight, given that they're just a regular sized bus, like a 10.8. Which, speaking of, do I have it in the research? No, I don't. Well, that's unfortunate. Let's go to SV, start allocating from here. Because, you know, we have loads of buses free. And the way I allocate from SV is Solent Limiteds get Citaros, and 5s get Tridents and the Omnicities. So there's a 5. Let's go to SV. Give it one of those. So of course at SV we have quite a lot of space actually. Let's check the... I would say let's check the shift schedule, but it'll be kind of odd given that, you know, we don't have our B5 TLs. But at this, I mean, given that we need to get our B5 TLs like out of here, they need to go get refurbished so they can all be recalled so they can all be back as soon as possible. I think all of these ones on this end of the list, that's at recall, 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 that's recalled, that was recalled, that was recalled. So all of this end are fine. It's just this end that are not all good. And there's some that are coming back really soon. In fact, I'll be able to start allocating with the local fleet again. Some of these will go onto Geminis, which is going to be very, very nice, because where possible I want Gemini allocations. But let's go back to SV for the time being, just so that we're not rushed off our feet at SC. You get a 5. Back to SV. You get a 5. Now in reality, these Tridents would have to be leaving about now because of how long the crossing takes by ferry. This one, absolutely. But I guess they're basing it off of taking the red jet, which you can't bring vehicles on, let alone a bus. Right, there's a limited, which actually, seeing as we have some limiteds coming back, I'll just assign 5s. There we go. So yeah, there'll just be a few Citaros, in fact just one Citaro out on limiteds, because we have some limited WVs coming back, which is going to be very nice. Our garage our garage at SV is looking really nice, really sweet. Loads of buses. How many of them are broken? 5. And I'm running really low on certain parts. That's fun. Right, TE11 and TE27, which, great. Okay, that's going to go out with really poor brakes. Whoops. Oh, we got a 6. What? Why? Why is there a 6 missing? Where are the 6 buses? They're over here. Odd. They're all showing already assigned. I guess that's because some 6s are meant to be tridents. This is weird. Where's this going at this time? Move within the garage. Is that one also? Yep. The way I'm checking if they're going on a move within the garage is for what the destination blind says, because if it says this, then it's just within the garage, but if it's going out, it'll show its route number. Like that one, T56 is just lit up. And we have another autosave. Isn't that fun? Where's my phone? It's next to me. It is currently 17 minutes past 2 in the morning. Why do I do this to myself? I don't know. I'm tempted. Oh, I can put a little one on. Little MMC, that goes on. So we've had a pretty big moment when it comes to new buses. On the workshop, there is now a Plaxton President, which I'm very, very excited about. I love the Plaxton Presidents. I didn't get to go on any when they were in service in London, because I was in the wrong part of London for that. But I went on one fairly recently in Norwich, because they only really, pretty much only just withdrew them from Norwich. Right, let's have a look. Aha, we have some. Some are home. Right. 100. You go out. 100. 200. There's quite a few back already. That's nice to see. Go. Be recalled. And then I think all the ones on this side, the earliest ones, will be back at like 6. Yeah, 601, 1521, 749, 1521, 601, 601, 601, 601, 1521, 60. Yeah, they'll all be back at 6. Which is cutting it too fine for my liking, but they'll be there technically. Right, we've got a 5 that needs doing. So, back to SV. Ooh. Oh no, I'm just turned around as normal. You got TE7. So I'm thinking, because we have all of these Enviros, these Tridents, just sitting doing nothing, maybe I could see about a new route, but I don't think there's any more that a double-decker would make sense on. Because I wanted to do a 77, which would be open toppers between Allen Bay, which is over here, Freshwater Bay, down the coast road, and then follow the 7 into Ventnor. But I wanted those to be open toppers, and now the open toppers are all, in the DLC, which I don't have. Which is always fun. But yeah. Let's see how everything gets on for the start of service. So, the 111. Let's see, this is going to be the first 111. 5:25 from Eastleigh, which feels rather late. Can I zoom out one more? No, I can't. There we go. There you go. Right. Let's see how it does. First 111 of the day on a Thursday. You know what? It's 5:30 in the morning. This route goes between a middle-sized town and another middle-sized town. You know? This is doing quite well. There's 211. What's up with this 211? Oh, it just came off the busy bit. Weird. Was it just rammed coming down the greenway? How's this one? Oh, this one is waiting. Right, let's head back to Southampton City. Because we have some that are coming back in at some point. Well, now they should be. Yep, there they are. Right. You. Close that. I'm going to see if there's any red ones in. Where are the red ones? Oh, there's some red ones. You. Not available because it's being cleaned. You. There we go. So as vehicles come back in, we can get everything assigned. Very much sort of brought you back for the aftermath of Gemini-geddon. But Portsmouth is doing really, really well. I have plans for a bunch of local services from Portsmouth, including a lot of 24-hour services. Something I did want to do was a 2A and 2C, which would be a sort of, where the 1A, 1C does a sort of southern circle, the 2A and 2C would do a more northerly circle. But I was having real trouble working out where that would actually go. So I think we're just going to have the one circle, and then I've allocated the route 2 to something else. I think it's going to be a route from Old Portsmouth down here, up through the Hard, city centre north, across this way to the university, and then around and back. Right. You go. Very nice. Running with Geminis. As we're meant to. But yeah, this is University of Portsmouth. There it is. University of Portsmouth, Langstone campus. And down here there's like a little bus interchange plus turn back sort of system. So there's also going to be the Route 4, which goes here and then sort of goes direct. I think it's going to go... It might go via the Fratton Retail Park, or it'll go this way. Probably best to have it go via the Retail Park. In fact, thinking about it, I think I did say go via the Retail Park. But it's going to come down this road anywho. So that's that. We got a 200. And there is one of those. And we got a 5. I need one of those. Oop. Scrolling through these garages with the game running does cause a slowdown, which is unfortunate. That said, now that I've pointed that out, it's not so bad. There should be some more coming back in the next little bit. So I'm pretty confident I can run it with a red one. because I want to save my limited buses for the limited. Speaking of limited, you go out on that. And I definitely have too many of these limited buses. I don't need anywhere near as many. Also, I've just realised that these 10.5 metre Gemini 3s have the same capacity as the 12 metre Eclipse 3s that we're using. So, you know, that goes to show the difference between seated passengers and standing ones. Because these have the same capacity, but you would want the Gemini to show up, because the Gemini has more seats. Oh yeah, fuel is also cheaper for a little bit. There's a seasonal flu, so we got more employees absent, and there's an environment day, and we have these two tasks, the 26,000 tours and 56,000 ticket holders, weekly ticket holders, which you mostly get, I believe, by keeping your ratings good, expanding your network to new places, and improving your willingness of the population to use public transport. You got a 200. Have we got any more red ones? I would like a red one. You know, Southampton is red. It's not red through pink and into purple. As lovely as the Solent Limited livery is, like, just look at these things. With the 4, it's really nice. I think, looking at the sort of this bit of the livery, I think it's a bit clunky, but you know, it's dots and dashes, it's Morse, it's on theme. So maybe it's not clunky, maybe I'm just looking at it too deep. You go out on a 100. Now it's all 5s apart from this 100, which you go out, and there's a 200 here. Why is there a 34? Is there another one coming back? Are the red ones, please? Nope. No more red ones. And that one still needed to go back. So this is going to be a long episode in terms of dealing with the recall. It did not like putting the speed up, I can tell you that right now. Did not enjoy. Money's now in the positive, which is very nice. We're getting a call from Southampton Maritime, that can wait. And I'll start putting limiteds on 5s. There you go. Call from Maritime, yep, sure. Weird, did you see that stutter when I put the speed up? When you change the speed, you see, and then put it up to 2 times speed and it slows down again. So I'm going to check when our red ones are coming back, because the red ones we need. That's a 17, 19, 15, 18, that's on shift. 19, 18, 17, that's on a shift. 17, 18, 18, 19, 15, on a shift. That's just gone to the manufacturer. 18, 18, 19. This is not good. 11:30. Oof. And this one, yeah. There's no red ones back in time. That's fine, I'll hit assign, and I'll take us to SV. Where those can go out. Then let's take this all the way over to the far end of the garage. Where you want to go out on a 100. And then let's see if we can get a VH onto the 5. They've got really good standing capacity. They have pretty much the same overall capacity as the Geminis. These things are very nice. And they're hybrids as well. They should get really good fuel economy. I don't know what they actually get in game, but it should be better than the B5TLs. Let's check this end of the limiteds. Anyone? Anyone? Nope. Any reds? Any red ones? Nope. And no VHs either. Everyone's busy. Love that. Love that. And yeah, no. We've reached the point where things are starting to improve, but they're not great. So, let's have a look, see what the TEHs are doing. These are good. These TEHs, they have more capacity than our Geminis. But we also don't have enough of them. Yeah, there's only 2 in the garage right now and they're not free. And none of our E350Hs are either. WR is a very, very tight allocation. What about SW? Yeah, basically none of our Eclipses are in. We have the Scanias. We do have the Scanias. We found a use for one. Right, now back to SV, where we don't have our Tridents in because they're all out in Southampton. So let's put some Sataras on the 6. 34, that's meant to be a Ride Mini Links bus. So I don't know what's happened there. We've got a 5 going. Nope, I'm gonna pause the game to go back through the buses. And are there any Geminis in on this end? Yes, and none of them are free. Although there was meant to be one getting back at 11:30. So I don't know where that is. So let's go back here. Any red? Any red? No red. This isn't fun. This isn't fun. I would just want to not have recalls. See, I know that you can set up a scenario to not have vehicle recalls, which I might do for any future City Bus Manager series going forward. Because this has really kind of taken the piss. But at the same time, I kind of love the chaos. Right, what I'm going to do is head over to SV, because we have Sataras that we can use to allocate for the limited. And I would like the limited to run, because that's the flagship, you know. The limited is our big shiny. Because I have so many more limiteds than I need, the limiteds can cover for themselves and some of the 5. So, you know, there can still be some limiteds left at the recall and we can cover the limited and some 5s. Because seriously, there are so many limiteds. I did not need that many. Right. However, I'm going to go back to SV for this one. You go, and you go. Ooh, what does that say on here? Gosport Limited stop, very nice. The side blind on the Satara is a little bit broken, but the front and back are absolutely fine. What does that say? Oh, what does that say? That says 100 to Park Gate, which is the stop in sort of central Swanwick, which is not right. There are so many VHs, I really like them. Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to launch a new route out of SM while all this is going on, and we won't start it. Well, I'm going to make a new route and buy the vehicles for it out of SM, but we're not going to actually start running the route. But we're going to use those vehicles to cover for the recall for its remainder. I think I'm going to go with some more of these VEHs. So the new route that we're going to launch is the 2, which is going to run from one of the stops in the city centre, up past the central station, out and around, and then it's going to follow the... Basically it's going to follow the... What is that? Is that the 30? Yeah. It's going to follow the 30 up to here, and then keep going up this road, where it will go to Eastleigh, and that will be the 2, not the 3, the 2. And then maybe there could be like a 21 that goes to Chandler's Ford. Although Chandler's Ford's main service is going to be the 3, which flings itself up this main road through the park, because that'll be the fastest way to get to Chandler's Ford, I imagine. But that is for another time. We are just going to do the 2. So let's get our red. It's ED0000, which is just as nice as Alpha Bravo 6000 up on the up in Scotland. So, nope, that's not that. We're going for 2, Southampton to Eastleigh. So let's start that from... Let's start that from where the 30 starts. But then rather than going down to Town Quay, we'll cut across like this. And then we're going to stop at Asda and Marlands. Sea City, Central Station. Put a waypoint here. And then post me, if you don't mind. And there's the 3. It's not very long, but it's a nice, simple point-to-point service that should require a fair few vehicles. I'm hoping between 12 and 16. So I'm going to run it every 12 minutes at peak time, I think, and then every 15 during the day. That's just a really nice level of service for a mainline route of this sort of caliber. So let's set it to every 15 and 10. It would be nice if we had more granular control over these sliders as well, just to get a quick overview of what we're actually doing. But this works, and yeah, as it stands we'll need 12. So we might need even more, but that's fine. So I'm going to get this set up in a happy little jump cut, as you should expect by now. And the timetable for the 2 is done. We're going to need 16 buses, ignore the fact that it says 12. So what this route will do, is that it will have 9 minutes in Eastleigh, and then it will have a longer wait time in Southampton, which will enable the buses to step back. So each bus will take the departure after, the incoming bus will take the departure after next. So there will be 2 buses at Southampton Terminus Place for a little bit each time, there'll be a brief moment where there's 2 buses. I think that overlap is only about 2 minutes, but it's worth knowing how long your buses are stacking up. And stacking up by just 1 or 2 buses is quite good, considering how many they stack up by in London sometimes. I used to live along the 41, or at one end of the 41, and they would stack 3 or 4 41s at Tottenham Hale bus station. And it would be 2 or 3 76s at Tottenham Hale bus station at the same time. It got really, really busy in there, with just buses going nowhere. Anyway, confirm that. That will run from SM, and we'll activate it later. We have no loans out. Oh, we have 1 loan out. I'm going to take all of those out. And at SM, I'm going to buy 16 additional VEHs, so we'll see where we are on those, because I might continue the batch. We're at HP67UNU, which is VEH 346. So these need to say Solent Red SM VEH 347, and then it needs to say, what does it need to say next? HP 67 UNV? Yes. There we go. So I'll get the rest of these done in a happy little jump cut as per. And finally we have HP 67 UOK, better known as VEH 361. I don't know how I ended up on an odd number. I normally try to keep my batches even numbers, but here we are. We have HP 67 UOK with an odd number at the end of the batch. So let's just mass assign everything from SM now. It's annoying that every time you click on a shift, it teleports you to that garage. Like, if you could double click to have it teleport you to the garage, that would be nice. But these VEHs, they are very nice. I like them a lot. And I believe Stagecoach had some of these 10.9 meter ones up in Scotland, and they are now down in Manchester, relatively down to Scotland, up to me, because I'm in London. Anyway, they're now down in Manchester, readying for their inauguration with the B network for Metro Line, which I think is quite interesting. Metro Line in Manchester, that's fun. And also because I'm back in Metro Line land. When I first moved to London to study, I was in Kentish Town. A lot of my local buses were Metro Line, namely the 88 and... not 88, that's Go Ahead. The 134 and 393. And where I am now in North Acton, I've got Metro Line routes. I've got Metro Line on the 487 and 95. And until recently, the 266 was RATP, but recently, to use that word again in such short order, that's gone to Metro Line as well. I should really have the game running while I'm blabbing, shouldn't I? Oh. Oh. Okay. That makes everything... okay. Panic over about why on earth that ended in an odd number. I'm stupid. This is VEH 362, which is more along the lines of what I was expecting to end up with. HP 67 UOL. And that's going out pretty much now to do a 100. But looking down at Solent Blue, I'm so happy. I am so happy with how Solent Blue is looking. It's a proper little network down here. We've got services in Portsmouth, like local Portsmouth services. Ooh. And we've got our big mainline services that we already had going into Portsmouth, and the 115, which we put in last week. Which, by the way, probably should say sorry for 2 episodes in a row in the same area with the same type of bus on a map as big as this. But it's a nice bus. You know, the Eclipse 3 is lovely in real life, and the model in game is just fantastic. And there's even, I don't know if I talked about this last week, but there are now new variants of it. There's a 13 meter version, which is based on the ones with East Coast up, Lothian East Coast. And there's a 10.9 meter one, which is entirely fictional, but it's based on the 10.8 meter, I think, variant of the MCV Evora, which, you know, they offered that chassis. They offered the BAR in that sort of chassis size. Wright could have offered a 10.8, 10.9 meter Eclipse 3 if they wanted. So, you know, it's fictional, but it's not outside the realm of plausibility. Just as a B5LH Enviro 400 Classic would be. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Please, someone make that. I need it in my life. Are there any red ones back? No. But we have spare deckers now at SM because we bought all the extra ones of these. Maybe I should have had hybrids on the 5, but the hybrids would have made so much sense on the 5. Yeah, hybrids would have made so much sense on the 5. Damn it. Anyway, back to Southampton Maritime to put you out on a 5. How many buses are back? 23 buses are currently back out of 47 Gemini 3s. It's kind of wild that we only have 47 Gemini 3s when they're running on 2 very long routes and 1 very busy route, which also happens to be quite long. But Southampton's really coming together. I'm really happy. Doink. Maritime. That was a red one. That was a red one. What is that doing? We have a red one back. And I think... Ooh. Good, game is paused. I think on that note, I will end it there. We have a red one back, and I will see you next week on the South Coast. Bye-bye.